My name is John Wood. I'm the founder and chairman of Room to Read, an organization that builds schools and libraries across the poorest parts of the world in the belief that education is ultimately the best ticket out of poverty. My favorite teacher growing up was a gentleman named Mr. Wooster. He was our 7th grade social studies teacher. I grew up in a very small town in Pennsylvania where we kind of had these limits of how we looked at the world, and Mr. Wooster was one of the first teachers who ever taught us to look beyond the borders of our small town. Social studies for him was all about helping us to engage with the rest of the world, to learn history, to learn geography, to learn about the events that had made our country and our world the way it was. Now in 7th grade, it was really the first time that one of my teachers started treating me like a young adult, and it was very interesting because I would do the readings, I would get good grades, and to several of us he said, if you want to learn more, come in during the lunch hour. And I'll have extra readings for you in history, extra readings in current events, extra readings about the Middle East. And it was just fascinating. My friends and I, there were about 5 of us, and we would gobble down our food like we were starving dogs. You know, in 8 minutes or less, we would eat our entire lunch. We would go running to Mr. Wooster's room, and he would have readings for us. The Emancipation Proclamation. He would give us political cartoons and ask us to explain what a current political cartoon is all about. And that really, for me, opened my eyes to the rest of the world. And when I went off to university, I started reading more about the world, I started traveling, and then when I joined Microsoft in 1991, I started traveling more to help the organization grow its overseas business. And I think it was really the experience of those great teachers who got me to really look beyond the borders of a small town in Pennsylvania out to the world, to South Africa, Nepal, India, Ethiopia, all the places I traveled. A lot of my life now running Room to Read goes back to that classroom of John Wooster's, where 5 7th graders who were eager to read and eager to study history came in every day. And to this day, my favorite thing to do on a long flight or late at night is to read a book of history in front of the fireplace. So thank you, John Wooster, for being a fantastic teacher.